will be televised. You within range of your greatness, graciously be advised. We tapped into inspiration, generational kind, and moving mountains for the gems they could never find. We take the dive a little deeper every single time. We let the art in every single thing they go behind. In every scene to bring the greatness out. Whatever it is, please just make it count. Then tell the story to the world when you make it out. You are now within range. You are now within range. That's all I know.
That's all I know.
You are now within range.
That's all I know.
You are now within range.
That's all.
You are now within range. You are now within range.
All right, boys. Officially another episode of the Within Range podcast. Ear God, Jared Suter, Dom Juan. Boys, this is a special episode for a lot of reasons. Our guest is a big one today. We got a big name in the house. However, before we get to the guest, just gotta do a quick couple shout outs. We are now in the new Within Range studio. Five Palm Studios is what we're calling it. Congrats on Jared on the new crib, man.
Appreciate it, man. Quite a level up from Beck Lane Studios, and here we are, dude. Ready
come
to
a
go.
long
Big
way.
Doobie. We're happy to have you here, man. Let's christen the place. Break it in.
Yep. And we're about to get to it. And then also, too, shout out to the Ear God for getting his first gold record as an engineer, my guy. Congrats on the hard work, Drew. I know
Thank you,
you've
man. Thank you.
You've been in the grind for a while, man. It's starting to pay off.
Yes, sir, man. It was definitely great to hear that news and awesome to see it on the website. So it was really exciting.
Yes, sir.
Coming soon to a wall near us.
Hopefully. You got to ship that shit out. It's going right here behind us.
Yeah, the Billboard plaque is going to be delivered pretty soon.
Dope. Well, with that being said, we are honored to have this guest in the house today. He's been making crazy noise since the pandemic. Definitely looking forward to learning more about him. I'm going to go on and say, Jared, I think he's one of the best samplers in the Valley that I've heard of. That's a title I've never said before. But when you listen to the music, it's hard to not to notice the samples this man chooses.
Yep.
Okay. Different genres he taps into on the hip hop side of things. We're also celebrating his birthday. Representing Detroit by the way of AZ, Osama bin Doobie boy. We are here with Big Doobie today.
Thank you, man. So dope, man. So dope.
I warned you it was a little wordy, so
Yeah, that's dope. That's so dope. man.
Osama bin Doobie is amazing.
Osama bin
Osama bin
Doobie.
Doobie. That's
Come on,
amazing.
Osama bin Doobie.
Yeah.
All right, Doobie. So, if you've seen our show before, we usually like to take it back a little bit, get your background and work to where we're at today.
All right.
Born and raised in Detroit, specifically 7 Mile,
Yep.
from what I understand.
That's a fact.
Doobie, for those who aren't familiar with the D, don't know the differences about the miles, what makes 7 Mile, I guess, unique or intricate with Detroit, more or less?
So, Detroit, 8 Mile is the end of Detroit. So when people even see the Eminem movie and they think 8 Mile, they're like, oh, he's from 8 Mile. It was really a representation because that's the end. On this side of 8 Mile, you in Detroit. You cross over 8 Mile, you out of Detroit. No matter how far down, it goes all the way from the east to the west side. The same with 7 Mile runs all the way from the east to the west side.
Okay.
6 Mile, aka McNichols, it runs all the way. All these streets run from the east to the west, but that's what makes Detroit. These are the streets. These are the popular, this is just it. You know what I mean? So every different neighborhood has its own lure or whatnot, whether you're from the west side or the east side. So like me saying I'm from 7 Mile, there's west side 7 Mile, there's east side 7 Mile.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But we're all still just 7 Mile, even though I may have never met these people a day in my life, but when you see the 7, everybody know what the 7 mean. That's where we from. So, we don't really have, well, now it's different. There's more gang banging culture in Detroit, but growing up, it wasn't the big, even now it's still not the more prevalent thing. Your neighborhood is more, that's the biggest thing.
Sure.
Oh, where you from? You from Joy Road, or you from 7 Mile, you from, Finkel, or you from, Dexter, no matter whatever the neighborhood is. That's more along the lines of how you're represented in Detroit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just a 7 Mile baby.
7 Mile. And that I guess kind of backed up 8 Mile, or was
So it's just close. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So you can walk from 7 Mile to 8 Mile. You know what I mean? It's not, I've done it.
It's next door.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. all the, the streets run, 8 Mile, and then you're gonna have like maybe 4 city blocks, a middle street, maybe 4 more city blocks, and then 7 Mile. You know what I mean? And then the same way all the way down 6 Mile to, you know what I mean, Plymouth to Joy Road, whatever it is, Chicago. Like it's just neighborhoods. That's all it is. It's just neighborhoods in Detroit.
Man. Well, and from what I know, and we'll get to it a little bit, but you ventured out to AZ. I did want to tap on your name. I did learn, or I did hear at least, that Doobie is a family name.
Yep.
I think like you guys kind of called each other that growing up. So you were always Doobie.
Well, no. As a kid, everybody in my family don't know. That's more like me and my cousins. So we're the Doobie boys. Like that was
Doobie boys. Okay.
It's hard.
Yeah, that was
Sons of the Doobie brothers. Yeah.
So we were club promoters in Arizona. You know what I mean? Like big club promoters. One of the biggest club promoters in Arizona ever. You know what I mean? The Doobie boys, and we all had Doobie associated with our names. So there was Dre Doobie, Mike Doobie, I'm Big Doobie. We had Detroit Doobie, T-Mac Doobie, you know what I mean, Mac Doobie. Like there was so many Doobie
like
girls.
The ASAP mob.
Like it was really genuine. It was kind of ahead of its time, but you know what I mean. We genuinely had like during the course of the Doobie run, maybe 70, 80 different Doobie. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like it was crazy.
Oh wow.
Huge.
That's deep.
So, that's where the names, we were just the Doobie boys. So I just kept my, I just kept my name. I didn't want to change it, but no one knew me as Doobie prior. Like everybody has their own, and it's so crazy, especially here. Like depending on where someone knows me from, they're gonna call me something different. You know what I mean?
Like a different version of Doobie.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So
Okay.
like there's people out here who only know me as Popeye. And there's people out here who only know me as Biggie. There's people out here who only know me as Big T. You know what I mean? Like, or there's people, like my family, no one calls me none of that. They call me Lil Terry. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just, I don't make it
You
up.
could be anywhere and be 5 different people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't give that to yourself. I don't give myself these nicknames.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? This is just what they call me. You know what I mean? Like, this is the names that I earn in these different settings and different times of my life. So it's dope.
When you talk about the club promoting, I'm trying to picture, because we've been out here for a while. So what years were that? You said it was a run. So what
2008 to maybe 2014, 15.
Okay, so I graduated college at 14. I went to ASU. So what clubs? Because
so Club PHX was the start. We had Jack Rabbits, which is now 1111. Caribbean Fusion, Pink Rhino.
Oh, we had the Pink Rhino on there, damn.
Was Cream, I think you said?
Yeah, Cream. I'm trying to think of another one we had, because we had a couple of clubs in Scottsdale. I think it was called the Mint.
Oh yeah, the Mint was huge.
Mint was huge.
I celebrated a birthday there too.
So that's like right at the start of the U when you drive in, right there on the left. Yeah.
So yeah, man, we had there was a lot. I know that I'm missing some too. Is that time
Rocky
was
Point
kind of a
Cantina?
blur.
Was that one? Did that one sneak in there? Do you remember that place, dude?
That was a wild place.
Throwback.
Yeah, bro. But yeah, we had it was awesome. Like we had billboards up around the city, like literally, like it was. Anybody who was outside during that time and that era, they know. You know what I mean? Like right now, there's a AZ Nightlife website. You can go back to the years of all the different cameramen being inside of the clubs.
No way.
Oh, okay.
That's some dope footage.
Yeah, bro. You can go back to 2008, 2009, and literally see me in the club acting a crazy ass fool. Like
that's awesome. So you have billboards up? Where at? Like
downtown Phoenix.
Oh, like the 10, 17?
Yeah, right off
it's
of the
crazy.
10.
It's crazy how much technology has changed, like advertisements, your phone listens to you, but those goddamn billboards, dude, those things still work, dude.
That's
Do you
a
see
fact.
that? You see the ghetto guy, Goettl, it'll keep you cool, but it's hard to spell.
Raffy's up there.
Raffy's
everywhere.
We're getting there. I guess that's more radio jams, but you see him up there and you're like, oh, that's the guy.
That's him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, bro, and it worked. Like it was super dope. Like to even know, like we were the first club promoters to have billboards out here.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
What a
Like,
perfect thing to on the 10-2, bad traffic there. You're
Yeah.
sitting in traffic on a
Mhm.
Friday. You're like, what the fuck am I doing tonight?
Yeah.
I'm pissed off after work,
Look up.
driving in traffic, and you see
And we
that.
even
and you're
had
like,
one
that
on
sounds like
7th
you.
Street, right by the Diamondback Stadium. You know, there's
Where the
box over
I-17
the-
truck route.
Yeah.
You get off there.
We had
Yeah,
one
yeah,
right
yeah.
there
Okay.
too, man. Like it was dope, man. It was definitely a dope time. I got some wild memories from that time.
What's the
bro.
craziest shit
That you can
remember,
share?
dude?
And not get in trouble. Any celebrity encounters? Anything wild like
yeah.
that? What's a good celebrity encounter?
See, now that I'm in the business,
You gotta be
Can't say
careful.
nothing?
But listen, you don't have to drop a name, but you can maybe tell us the situation that.
Hey, we'll bleep it out too.
Oh,
He's an
I've-
artist that sings a song called "In
So-
the Club." No,
Bro,
Right.
So you know, like during this time is when all these reality shows really blew up. All the For the Love of Ray
Jersey
J,
Shore was
and
popping.
all that,
Flavor of Love, Rock of Love.
We were booking all the girls from all of those shows, and I've had some great times with some of those.
Really? Oh shit.
So-
Anyone from the shore, dude?
No, not from the show.
Not from the shore. Real world.
Maybe flavor of
Oh,
love.
It was Flavor of Love and For the Love of Ray J. Those are the two.
Damn,
Love
those
of
were
Ray J.
pivotal
Nice.
VH1 classics.
Yeah,
man.
even
you
if you
had
go
one
back
wish,
and
dude.
look at some of those pictures I'm talking about, you'll see.
Okay.
Yes,
I thought we did our research good enough, Jed.
That's
Apparently,
pretty good, dude.
shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
That would be
man.
deep, dude. We're looking at
And,
club photos
so-
from 08.
Hell yeah.
PHX is now Monarch.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Monarch's
that's what
Monarch's huge.
PHX
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
So I can tell you there's some secret rooms in there too.
no
Like,
shit.
There, we used to have access to a basement there. We used to call it the Boom Boom Room.
Oh.
And it was
Why would you call
Raise-
it the boom boom
raise
room?
boom
dude?
boom
No.
room.
it was definitely a lot of.
Was there a lot of subwoofers in there? Or?
I mean, it was just a pretty nice place. You know, they had like a huge wraparound couch, pool tables, TVs. Like,
Oh, that's
but it was
lavish.
very
A lot of flat
exclusive.
surfaces, you're saying.
Yeah, it was very exclusive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've had some great times in the Boom Boom Room.
That's sick, man.
Monarch.
Yep, Monarch
more
is
you know.
Monarch now, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the heart of downtown too.
Yeah, man. You got that big ASU, man. You know
Oh,
what I'm
hey,
talking
let's
about?
go, baby. Fuck 'em, baby.
You're in the fork
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
dude.
We're
And
Sun
I
Devil
got it on
grads
the
right
hat,
here.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're-
Sun Devil grass.
Yeah, man. I'm a Sun
That's
Devil guy.
people don't talk about it because it's not a powerhouse, but that's
Oh, yeah.
it's a labor of love being an ASU
Yeah,
football
man.
fan. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
It's-
Yeah, man.
We got some guys in the NFL,
That's a
no?
Ayuk.
Some stars,
Ayuk
yeah.
was just in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man.
Man. So, Doobie, when did the music kick in?
So, I've always been a dope rapper. You know what I mean? Like, I've always had
Since the D? Since back then?
Since 8th grade. I would say 8th grade is when I really started writing and rapping. Like I used to just mimic Bone Thugs and you know what I mean? Like I used to like to rap their songs and I liked the attention I would get. And I was just like, man, I can probably just do this. You know what I mean? Like I still remember the first rap I ever wrote, you know what I mean? 8th grade. Like, and to this day, I still think it's better than a lot of rappers.
That's awesome because a lot of guys are like,
Hard,
yeah, I
dude.
started in like it's middle school, but like that was the cringiest shit I ever wrote. You're
Oh,
like, no, it's still better than
I was
today,
still
dude.
dope. You know, I was just a kid, but I was dope kid. So when I moved here, there wasn't a lot of, I was in high school and there was one guy at my school who could rap and he was cheesy as hell. You know what I mean? But he was it. So he was like the pinnacle. And back then, Power 98 was Power 92. And they came to the school during my lunch break. They was at Chandler High, just doing some promoting and
Wow.
they had the DJs there and they're playing music. So like in between they're playing the instrumental, it was, I'll never forget, it was the that first song Lil Bow Wow had, that all I wanna do is see you bounce. So, like that was his
See me
first
bounce,
breakout
yeah.
song, yeah. So
A little Bow Wow instrumental
bro.
for freestyle's
Yeah,
crazy,
bro.
dude.
That was it.
Deep
That's
So-
crazy.
The instrumental's playing, just like randomly playing in the background, and like this guy has this crowd around him, and he's rapping like the most trash bars I've ever heard.
You got some? You
Yeah.
remember some?
No, no, they were terrible. I
in
just
fourth
remember.
period,
You just
him.
remember they were they
Bitch about
sucked.
the
Yeah,
cash.
Like shout out Marcus, that's his name. His name was Marcus. bro.
Marcus, yeah.
But those bars were ass. You know what I mean? So
Like, I think he's working at State Farm now, dude.
yeah, look, I was new to the school. You know what I mean? I was new. I really didn't know anybody or anything. You know what I mean? This had to be week 1 still. You know what I mean? So
Orientation just finished.
Wow.
up.
Okay. Yeah.
So one of the guys that I met in class, shout out my boy JoJo Taylor. Like I still kick it with him to this day. You know, he was downtown with me, but I tapped JoJo and was like, "Bro, I'll eat him alive." He was like, "You can rap?"
A weekend, dude. That's great.
Yeah, he was like, "You can rap, bro?" I was like, "Bro, I will eat him alive." You know what I mean? Like, so what he didn't know when I first got here, it was during the summer before my junior year started. So I used to go, my cousins Mike and Dre, shout out Mike and Dre, they were already here prior to me being here. They've been here since the 90s.
Oh, wow.
So they knew that you can go down on Mill Avenue back then and get into a cutthroat cipher. Like that's what Mill Avenue used to be when I moved here.
I
People
never-
have
What
no
years is
idea.
this?
This was the year 2000.
Oh, 2000.
Yeah, this was
Okay,
the
wow,
year
you-
2000. when
Mill
I
was
got
known
here.
for that.
Mill was known. You can go down on Mill Avenue. Shout out Justice from RTU. That's where I first seen him rapping in a cypher on Mill. Two-Tone the Superstar. That's when I first seen
Okay.
him rapping.
Two-Tone used to rap, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Kitch Kitchen. She was a female. She was out there taking heads off. Like it was a real serious cipher
Where at?
situation.
Anywhere on there? I know
where
Mill
the-
Ave well.
Everywhere.
Okay.
So you know where
All
the Jack in the Box is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that was a famous
Down to
spot.
where the
but-
light-
I bought
rail
a,
is
I
right
bought a
now.
lot of small curly fries. Just use the bathroom in that damn
Real?
that Jack in the
I'm
Box.
telling you,
dude.
you could just walk up Mill and see a cipher going. You know what I mean? Like
in front of La
oh,
Boca, dude.
yeah, bro. Like I'm telling you, that's
Let's
really
go.
was the
That's
atmosphere of Mill. Like people out there playing, you know what I mean, fucking trash cam drums and shit or whatever. But
Okay, yeah, it had that for
Guys
when
with
I
the
was
with the
there.
picket signs
Yeah.
promoting Jesus.
yeah,
and
bro.
stuff.
But the ciphers was big. You know what I mean? Like you can go out there and it'll literally be 60, 70 people standing in a circle listening to 4 or 5 people going back and forth in a cipher. So
Wow.
my cousins knew that I was really good even as a kid, you know what I mean? So all these guys are older than me. These are adults, you know what I mean? Like as far as I knew, I was still in high school. I'm a kid. And they used to bet money like, yo, my little cousin will take y'all head off. You know what I mean? Like, and they would throw me in the ciphers and I'd go crazy. You know what I mean? Like, year 2000, I was literally in ciphers on Mill as a kid.
I pull up on a cipher, I'm throwing money down on a
Dude,
rapper.
I just gotta say right now, you
Yeah.
triggered something for me there. An Arizona, like a modern Arizona rapper cipher in front of the movie theater on Mill Avenue.
Yeah.
That would go crazy. I
Yeah,
love
bro.
that.
And it would be so nostalgic for so many people
Yeah.
just to be like, man, we used to be out there.
Especially
really.
because
No
it's that
idea.
old time. You'd picture like Bob Seger or some like
Yeah,
random kind
yeah,
of thing
yeah.
with that old timey movie theater, but then
Yeah.
you're doing like a modern day cipher in there. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, man. But
Dude,
it was
a cipher in front of Hippie Gypsy when that was still there. That goes crazy, dude. That's crazy. Happy, high, horny, healthy right next door, dude.
Q
hell
Club.
yeah, bro.
Let's go.
But yeah, man. So I went in. I went up there, murdered dog, to the Lil Bow Wow beat. He never rapped again. At
You
the
hit him
school.
with it. His
Yeah.
first name is Clarence.
Yeah, like-
Marcus went a different way.
Yeah,
after that.
he went
Yeah.
back to living
State
his
Farm.
normal life, and then and that's why to this day everybody in Chandler calls me Biggie. You know what I mean? Like that's where that name came from because kids are crazy. When we were kids, they used to write people's citations like. The guys in the school had like a book of citations, and they would run around writing people's citations for weird shit like, "Oh, you got on the dirty sneakers. Here's your dirty sneaker citation."
hall
Like,
monitors.
Oh
man.
my
Yeah,
God,
so,
that's
yeah,
just-
bro, like-
that's like that was like what did Mustard do back in the day? The drip check.
Yeah.
That's like that's the 2000 drip
Yeah,
check.
yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
So they wrote me a citation and was like, "You are now Chandler's Biggie Smalls." I was like, "No, the fuck I'm
Yo,
not."
hey,
You know
listen
what
though,
I'm
what a hard
They
model.
Cited you. You had to pay a
call
fine
that?
for that? Come
saying?
on.
Bro, no, it was just like,
That was just a
It
badge.
was like a
that was a
Yeah.
pokey badge.
yeah. So, but you gotta understand, I was a kid and I was a huge Tupac fan. So I was so offended at
Oh,
first.
shit, yeah, you
know
weren't
what I
got
mean?
it.
Yeah, when you got the
Yeah,
Biggie
like I
comparison.
had to grow up to become a Biggie fan. Like I had to grow up and understand, like, wait a minute, I'm not a part of this beef. Like
Yeah.
I thought I was
Now you're sitting there like, Gunna didn't snitch on me.
Yeah,
No.
no, I thought I was a part of Thug Life. You know what I'm talking about? Like I thought that, like
You
I
roll
was-
with Pac.
Yeah,
Like,
I was.
you
I was,
had ambitions as a rider.
That's 100% facts. I really got into fisticuffs before over over the Biggie Pac
Yeah,
conversations.
that was
in
a
Detroit.
pivotal time. You had to choose a side.
Hey, real quick.
So
fun-
when they
Right.
called me Biggie, I was so tight. You know what I mean? I was tight. Like, yo, y'all tripping. I'm not Biggie. But it stuck. It was so, I could not escape it. Like, everywhere I went, they were yelling at Biggie or Biggie, Biggie, Biggie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everywhere I went, you know what
Oh,
I mean?
man.
So now, everyone, if you know me from Chandler, they know me as Biggie. Like, if you even try to ask them about Doobie, I'm like, who? Oh, Biggie? Like, oh, yeah.
As soon as you enter the Southeast Valley, it becomes big.
It's 100%.
I'm just picturing you out with a girl and you happen to run into people from different cliques and she knows you as like your current day, but then someone comes up Biggie and they're like,
It's
just like,
happened
"What
plenty of
was that,
times.
dude?
It's happened
How many
plenty of
lives does
times.
this guy live in?
Yeah, it's happened plenty of times.
Double
They're
O
like,
agent.
who is Biggie? Me. It's
Man.
high school me, okay?
Incredible.
But yeah, man, that was so. I've always been a dope rapper, but I was really in the streets. You know what I mean? Like when I graduated high school, I tried to do the football thing, but you know, you really got to have a support system to be a successful collegiate athlete. You know what I mean? Like
Chandler
Yeah.
High football is no joke either.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not no rinky dink football
Yeah,
program.
man.
That's a real football program.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I try to play, you know, I played some college ball, you know, I went to some JUCOs, I went to PC, I went to Mesa Community, but my main source of income was still coming from the streets. So I'm just like, man, I'm not finna keep, you know, tiring and tearing my body up playing ball when I'm getting this money out here. So that was always priority one for me was the streets. You know what I mean? So rap took a back burner. I would go to the studio, record a bunch of songs, burn the CDs, give them to me and my friends, so because they love to hear me. You know what I mean? Like this is our music. We listening to it. So that was the gist of it for years. You know what I mean? And then like 2019 is when I actually became an artist. Like
Damn, so you sat for that long just working on it, not really trying to
never tried to
publicize
become
it?
an artist. Yeah, never.
What gave you the confidence? You said, like, I've been a dope rapper since I was in 8th grade. I've always been a dope rapper. Like, obviously, as a fully grown man now, it's like, okay, you can have that confidence. But what was the, like, spark or push? Was it family? Was it friends? Like, when did you get out there and what gave you that confidence?
It was 100%. I came to a crossroads. So I knew that I was ready to leave the streets. You know what I mean? I knew that I did not want to continue to live that life. You know, regardless of the how lucrative it is or how much money, like the risk was starting to outweigh the reward for me.
Like Tony Soprano's. Like, there's
Yeah.
only 2 ways out for a boss like me. It's
Yeah,
like
man.
in jail or
Right.
in a box. Yeah.
So it was just like, okay, I'm either finna, like I have a nice little nest egg saved up. I'm either going to open up a Chick-fil-A or something and start me a couple of
You
franchises.
gotta have a real nest egg for that. Was a real nest egg you had
I had
there.
a nice
Yeah.
one. It was nice. So, or I'm gonna jump head first into this music. You know what I mean? Like, and the thought always came to me like, okay, I can open up a Chick-fil-A. Maybe I get 10, 15 franchises and eventually become a millionaire from making, you know, from having these restaurants. But I will always regret not taking music seriously. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is the talent God gave me.
Yeah.
So he gave me the ability to be able to be dope, for me to not fully utilize or even try. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I would have because I've always had it in the back of my mind. I've always had the regret, like, why am I not just doing this music? Because people would tell me everywhere. Anytime they heard me rap, I'm at a party and there's some rapping going on, I'm gonna get up and I'm amaze everybody here and let y'all hear something that you didn't never think you would be this close to a person. Like I literally, like, people don't really know, but you know what they're saying when they say it, but I understand. Like I have people tell me like, bro, you Lil Wayne, why you ain't got a deal? Like, what? I'm Lil Wayne. Why? Like, you know, over the years, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
People come up like, what are you doing here? Like, why are you here,
You've
bro?
earned
Like,
that reputation.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and that used to all, like, no matter where, what the setting was. If it's a rap going on, once I rap, I get the same reaction everywhere I go. It's never been anything different.
Okay, so you were battle tested. That's what gave you the confidence.
100%.
I still got to credit you though, because it takes confidence to get out there the first few times, and then that it builds on itself. But like that just goes to show you got to put yourself out there, see how the market responds,
Yeah.
and then go.
But I've had supreme confidence in my product. You know, that's another thing too. Like I've genuinely believe and feel that I got blue magic, the best dope. You know what I mean? Once you
Purest
try
of the
it,
pure.
you're gonna love it. You know what I mean? Like once you get a dose of it, you're gonna love it. If this is what you like, if you like rap, if you like to hear somebody talking shit, you like to hear bars, you know, done at an expert level, you're gonna love what I do. You know what I mean? So, and I don't waver from that. I don't have any doubt in that. You know what I mean? Like I believe it wholeheartedly. So that's another thing that gives me the confidence. Like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like I know once I get it, I just have to learn the business. You know what I mean? That was my whole thing. The business was more, not the music was nothing. Like it's easy for me to make the music. It was like, okay, now that if I'm gonna be doing this, I need to learn the business. I don't wanna
That's an important awareness too, because I think there's a lot of people that it's hard enough to get the music going, they work on that, and then it's just like you get this crazy product, and it's like, yeah, but go on Spotify and look up how, just look up the hip hop, go scroll through the list. It's hard to differentiate, but to have an appreciation of like, no, I have to have both.
Yeah, absolutely. There's
You
no
have
way.
to be blessed with the music being automatic for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that you clearly have an appreciation for old school hip hop? Do you think that part of your like that being easy or the confidence you have in that, is it rooted in that? Like when you talk about your style, how it's like you want to hear someone talking some shit, like that kind of thing. Do you think that's rooted in that, or?
I would definitely say so, because I always approach music like the verses that I write have to be good enough that if my favorite artist took my verse and put it on one of my favorite songs, I wouldn't get embarrassed. That's how I approach making music. So if you know, my favorite Pac song or my favorite DMX song, if they put me on this song and they took this verse, would I stand out or would I be embarrassed on the song? You know what I mean? There's a lot of features like you hear, everybody knows, like you hear certain people on songs with people and it's like, he got embarrassed on this song. You know what I mean? Like,
you got
it was a waste of the beat. You know what I mean? Like I would have rather heard another verse from the other guy. Like so
Jack Harlow on Churchill Downs.
I just never wanted to, you know what I mean? So when I initially started writing music and making music, that was always in my head. Like, man, no, if I'd say this, DMX would have killed me. You know what I mean? Like, or, you know what I mean? Like, that's really how I would think.
Yeah.
So it allowed me to, you know, have that kind of confidence, and that's why I write the way I write and why I rap the way I rap. I want to always feel like I don't take verses off. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a whack verse. Like I stand on it. Like I don't drop whack verses. I try not to take bars off. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to take nothing off. I want to everything. I want it to be dope. So
there's no song we could bring up and you'd be like, oh shit, that one. You're like, yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, my verse. You know what I mean?
You're like, I might have dabbled in a project I wasn't.
I might have got on some features with some people that, you know, I've heard that a lot. Like, bro, stop giving these guys these features,
right?
But, yeah, man.
So I think that might be a good segue into the music. Before we get into that, there is one thing I found out, which I think is a wild stat. You didn't have any social media until you started doing music?
100%.
Was that just part of like your kind of business plan? You had no interest in social media until that point. I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I had a flip phones. I had multiple flip phones. I was really in the streets, so I had no use for social media. I didn't want to learn about it.
You never had a MySpace?
No, yeah, MySpace.
Okay.
Yeah, so before I went to jail, you know what I mean? Like I went to jail for a year, but they were trying to give me 50 years.
50?
Yeah, 50. But I went to trial and won. I got found not guilty. You know what I mean? I took my case to trial and I won.
Sorry, really quick, did they offer you a deal? And and you said no.
I said no way. You know, I told them.
Fucking balls.
They offered me a couple of deals. They offered me
good for you.
7 years with a 7-year probation tail. Then they offered me 7 years with no probation tail. Then they offered me 5 years.
Oh, you knew you were winning then.
Yeah, that's
You
when
knew you were
when they
winning. You're
went
like,
down.
okay, yeah.
I'm like, no, because I knew that the case was bullshit from the gate. You know what I mean? But I had two people snitching, trying to pin something on me, but they had two completely conflicting stories.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just like, there's no way that I'm going to jail for this. And I know, like, there's no way. I'm not signing my life away.
No.
Y'all not about to scare me into a
I was
plea.
born at night, but not last
Yeah,
night.
I got money and I got a lawyer and we're gonna fight this, even if I got to sit in the county for a year or whatever it takes. And I definitely went to trial for an entire week, and they found me not guilty, and I was released on my birthday. You know what I mean? Like,
Wow.
it's crazy, bro. Like, it's really a movie,
Man,
bro.
Dude,
That's
did you ever
crazy.
have a moment where you wavered? Like, did I make the wrong choice? Like, is there a chance? Or did you just have
Absolutely
supreme
not.
confidence in
Yeah,
yourself?
supreme. Like I couldn't afford to doubt it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like this is my life. I felt like the life that I was living, God had to show me, that you can be touched. You have to move different. You know what I mean? And this was my sit down. Like it was a spank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was still doing a lot of wild shit, and it was just. If that situation, it's not what y'all making it. It's not what y'all saying it is. You know what I mean? Like some things happen and some unfortunate things happen, but it's not how y'all making it seem. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and hire this lawyer, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna,
Yes.
you know what
The
I mean?
move.
Like that's what I try to tell. Like please, guys, if you get in trouble, just shut up and get a lawyer.
One of the songs that I wanted to bring up, Hammer,
That's
the
awesome.
Dirty Diana sample.
Oh yeah.
Man's a sampler.
Man, like, and then you even utilize some of the melody on, like, from the original song.
Mhm.
That, like, just was super catchy. There was a line, I believe it was some about basically the money you owe me, like, come bring me back my change type of, like, I'm trying to remember the exact lyrics that you used, but the way you just said it was just super smooth, super confident. Yeah, that was probably one of my favorite tracks.
Man, appreciate you, man. That shout out Nove the Zoner, man. That's who's on that song with me, and
Yeah.
he did the production. So about the samples. So every sample you hear me on is a song at some point in my life, either from my childhood to present day, that I heard and instantly wanted to rap to.
Yeah.
So Dirty Diana, like that boom, 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 boom. As a little kid, when I used to hear that, I would instantly just rap to myself in my head to that. You know what
As
I
soon
mean?
as you heard it.
As soon as I heard it. Some of them, I heard it in a movie. I heard it in a movie. And when I heard that scene in that movie, I'm like, man, I want to rap to that. And I just start freestyling in my head to it. And I would always just take a mental note. Like when I start doing music for real, I'm gonna have somebody remake that. Oh, when I start doing music, I'm gonna have somebody remake that. So that's where 100% of the samples that you hear me on come from. They're ideas that I give to Nove, because most of them is, I'm trying to think. Yeah, aside from My Boy, the newest one that the freestyle I just did, that's a Dr. Dre sample from the Chronic album. The song is called High Powered. But aside from that song, Nove the Zoner did every single sample that you ever heard me on.
Wow.
But it's just me. He's the mad scientist. That's why I call him Quincy Zones. You know what I mean?
Quincy
Like,
Zones.
Yeah, because
Quincy
Love
Zones.
that, dude.
That's
That's
dope.
hard, dude.
I can literally go to
That's
Nove
hard.
and tell him, okay, this is the song I want, and this is what I want out of that song. And then sometimes to the average person, it might not make sense. I can say, I just want the, I just tell him what
Yeah.
part, and he just be like, okay, and the
Gotcha.
next time I see him, or, I'll get a text or an email, and he's like, what you think about this? And I'm like, yeah, or I'll tell him like, no, but I still need this part of this, like, because I have it in my head, you know what I mean? Like, just like Costco, like, if you watch the Costco video, there's scenes in it where you just see my feet walking inside of a Costco, like with a shopping cart. Is because years ago, when I was really going to Costco picking up the Wock script, I used to record my feet walking to the beat in my head, because I knew that I was going to make that song one day. Like, I just knew it.
way.
So I just record my feet like, I'm going to make a video, and this is going to be a part of the video. The boom, 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 boom.
I go to Costco for that. Jared, please,
And that chicken bake.
please hit that track because I know that was.
Well, I just want to
to
say we'll hit on that track. I had a little something ready for me, dude, and this isn't a joke. I saw the exec card in the video, dude. For people that don't know the Kirkland levels, dude, you pay a little extra for that. You pay a little extra for the black card, dude.
You know it.
I saw that and I was like, this is a real Kirkland aficionado.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
You know it, man.
I
You
mean,
know it, man.
There's so many reasons it's the greatest store on earth. Obviously, we'll start with the pharmacy being there. That's great. Obviously convenient. But I want to talk food with you.
Okay.
I saw in the video you had the chicken bake, but for those that might not know, I saw a drink with it. Usually you don't get a drink with the chicken bake, so I know $1.50 glizzy was on the menu that day too.
It definitely was on the menu.
You can't not, dude.
It was definitely on the menu. So I love Costco food. I don't know, you know, it's
so slept on, dude.
And you get those magical days where you go in and the samples are almost like aligned, like appetizer, entree, dessert, and then you get to the bitch selling Cutco knives, and you're like, "Get out of here!" And then you get back to, and then they finish you off if you go in the back. They always got an energy drink for you. They're like,
finish you off.
we know you need a little something, dude. We got you. Right by the frozen food, you're kind of like, shit, I'm getting tired. I've been in here for an hour and I only hit 4 aisles.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
But yeah, what else on your order there?
So actually for the video, we only ordered chicken bakes and drinks.
Oh, okay. Dang. No. Okay.
Cave Creek and 101 Costco.
That's crazy, you know that.
Dude,
bro.
we know
That's
well.
my hood.
We're aficionados.
Word.
Yeah.
Because we were watching the video. I said, that's the one that's right by the crib.
Yeah,
I was like, that's
I
not
live
cactus.
over there too,
Oh,
bro.
yeah? You're North Phoenix?
Yeah, I'm
Let's-
North.
hey,
yeah.
let's go.
I live over there,
Nofo.
Moon Valley.
Shout out
Peewee. Yeah. So, yeah, man, we just pulled up to my local neighborhood Costco that I go to, and it's just like, and it's crazy. We shot the video in the Costco and all that. Like, we snuck and did it, but Costco gave me permission after the fact.
No way.
Really?
That's why you guys never see them flag my song or take it down. And I've been tagged. It's been used all over the world. China, all over the world, people use that song at Costco and make videos and reels.
No.
and
I was
tag
gonna say,
me.
how have I
They
not seen
cleared
that
it.
song as TikTok
Yeah.
audio?
Yeah,
I mean, that's perfect, dude. I can see like a middle class soccer mom going, I go to Costco.
and they do.
for
Like, bro,
that
it's crazy
That's
how many times, like, on Instagram, I get tag, like, when they open a new one
You
in
just get lit up.
Beijing. Yeah, bro. Like, and they're like recording it, like, new Costco in Beijing open up. Like, some of these Costco's in these different countries sell way crazier stuff than what we
Oh
get
my!
here.
Wait, that's crazy though, because you said in Beijing, so I'm thinking there, dude. A wok means something entirely.
Yeah,
That's
oh,
what you're
yeah,
cooking,
yeah.
dude.
That's
I go to
crazy.
Costco for that wok. That's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you guys, like 98.9% of the people that jam to that song have zero idea what I'm talking about.
That's
you know what I mean? Like,
You gotta do
I
it.
can show you guys like
We're
all
here
the
to break it
different
down.
countries. Yeah, all the different countries of people that have tagged me. All the different genres and ethnicities of people that really don't know. They don't like I'm talking list.
That's crazy.
And they're tagging a song, you know, using the audio, using it. And I didn't even know at first, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
you're not-
and then one day I just went to the audio, and then you can see like all the reels that have used this audio. And it blew my mind, bro. I said, whoa, all over the world.
Create
they're
a
using
global
this.
sensation.
And Costco, and let me tell you, I had a real conversation with Costco, a real conversation with the big wigs at Costco, because everyone kept telling me, like, you need to be getting paid from Costco. You need to be getting paid. And I'm just like, fucking how? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
promethazine and walking, this codeine is not
I'm just like,
not what they
how?
necessarily.
You know
it's
what
not
I
the
mean?
brand.
Like, so this was my, you know, like, because even if I was to make a clean version of the song and completely switch the words up,
I go to Costco for that guac
or that stock, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Or the stock, you
yes,
know what I mean?
stock,
Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, let me try to at least do my due diligence to see if there's an opportunity. You know what I mean? So I went to the website all the way down, contact us.
Yep.
Oh, marketing, and okay, here's the big wigs here. Okay, let me just shoot an email. And my email went something along the lines of, I know that you guys have noticed the increase of the sales of your chicken wings. You know?
That's awesome.
They started selling them frozen.
Yeah.
That might have been
listen,
you.
Bro.
They didn't
she
used to
told
have
me.
that, dude.
Wait.
She told me we had no idea why our chicken bake sales spiked. You know what I mean?
Stop it.
I sent her the video. I was at like 25,000 views on YouTube at the time. I sent her the video, and I said, "You're welcome." You know, I
25,000 times $499 plus tax.
Yeah, bro. I told her, I said, I'm reaching out because I don't know if there's some type of opportunity for us to work together. Or woo, woo. I shot the video in the Costco. I don't know if that's allowed or whatever. I say the name, use your image and likeness. You know, I don't know. Like what? I don't want my song to get taken down. So the response from Costco was, Costco doesn't pay to advertise.
It's
You
true.
don't see Costco commercials.
Yeah, you're right.
You have to pay to get their advertisements as a membership. Yeah.
Costco does not pay to advertise. So there wasn't an opportunity for me to get in any kind of partnership with them, but they gave me full permission to use their name, likeness, and to have the video shot inside of the Costco.
And that's huge.
Let's get a
Dude,
clap for that.
Hold
That's-
on.
that's-
Yeah, for real.
That's masterful.
Yeah, bro.
I've been going to Kirkland for years. The second you said that, I was like, I've never seen a Costco ad unless
No,
it was
never.
the member one.
Yeah, bro. That's it. Because they don't
But
pay
they're
for
happy to have the
advertising.
exposure because
Yeah.
they know it's like a cult. I mean,
Yeah.
it is. It's like I remember being in college and I was like, oh, like Costco, like, okay, yeah, I'll get like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff. And now I'm like walking around the house in Kirkland slides and I'm like, yeah, you see these, dude? Yeah, slides. Dude, they have so
they
much
got so
Kirkland
much
drip.
gear,
It's
bro.
crazy.
Gear.
Dude. It's
Gears up.
become a thing, dude.
Man,
Yeah, man. So
that's freaking.
that was just
story.
me reaching out. Like I said, like the business, like just trying to learn. I'm a one-man team. People don't really know that too. Like I don't have a team. I'm putting together a team now, but to this point, what everybody's seen, it's been 100% me. I do everything, all my own marketing, all my own promotion. I run all my own social media. I do all my own administrative work. I book my own.
It's a full-time
shows,
job.
You book your own
everything.
podcast.
I do everything,
Yeah.
Come
bro.
on,
I do it all, bro.
That's crazy. I mean, we know we're a 3-man team and it just with stuff, it's
Lot of work.
difficult, dude. I mean, and you really gotta you have to, the thing is people are like, oh, I could do all that, but you have to be doing it kind of to the fullest capacity.
Absolutely.
And to do that as a one-man band, that's good.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you get the business sense from? Was that from just economics of your previous background?
Absolutely. 100% just knowing like how I became successful doing that, and what goes on behind the scenes, like the business aspect of it, like, you know, still having a plan, plot, strategize. You still have to market, but it's just a different way. You know what I mean? Like going into new markets with a new product, and how do I get my product out? You know what I mean? It's basically
Why
like,
should people care about it?
Why?
Yeah.
You know,
I think
when-
that's a common pitfall is people do something, it's cool to them, and they're like, I like this, I'll go, you know, share this to 10 people or try and pitch it to 10 businesses. And it's like, you understand what's in
Yeah.
it for them.
Yeah.
There has
Why?
to be something in it for the other side. It's not
Because
just
someone else right here has something else that they're already used to, and that they're like, so why would they come on? You know,
yeah,
what
it's
I
like,
mean?
oh, I have this really cool song we could use in your ads. And it's like, yeah, there's 1,000 cool songs we could use in our ads, you know, by artists that are bigger and more known.
Yeah.
And you got that. I mean, to let them use that for that video, that's actually crazy.
Yeah, man.
In the exec card, dude. I mean, that was hard. If that's not the coolest thing I've seen in a rap video, just for me personally,
there.
just how much I love it.
Yeah, bro.
Oh man,
So, bro.
gotta talk samples, dude. I know there's a sample you want to talk about.
Well, yeah. So before we get to the biggest cactus, Devin Booker.
Mhm.
Was the mentality a little similar with that one, like Costco almost, or was that a completely different kind of thought process to go into that one? Great
So,
video, by the way, too.
Yeah, now Devin Booker is actually a producer from Detroit, 1-800.
Because Devin has Detroit roots. Was that another maybe? No, nothing to do with that.
No. So the reason I did the Devin Booker song really was I'm a huge Suns fan. Like I got my Suns
go.
tattoos too. You know what I mean? Like,
And you got D-backs?
Yeah, bro.
You got
got-
Sparky D-backs?
Yeah, he's got it all.
You got Big Blue on
Big
there?
Blue.
Yeah, bro. I got all my.
Please tell me you place a parlay anytime all teams are playing. Please tell me you're parlaying that, dude. Please.
Yeah, we got some good parlays.
That's plus. You got plus 500 on your arm right now, dude.
So, you know, my first project was from the D to AZ. That was the name of my first project, from the D
Got
to
some
AZ.
bangers on there.
So
crazy.
that's really what the theme of my tattoos are too, Detroit to Arizona. So I got the Tigers, I got the Red Wings, but you see I got Sparky here. I got
Suns up
the
there.
Coyotes here. I got freaking Suns.
I like how
got
it's all on brick too, like you're building
Wolverine.
bricks. Yeah.
Diamondbacks, the Cardinals up here. You know what I mean? I got
Let's
the
go.
Lions on right there. Like I got them on. Then this side is the streets. So 7 Mile, that's Detroit. Southern, that's Arizona. Archdale, that's Detroit. Broadway, that's Arizona. Pembroke, Detroit. Baseline, Arizona. You know what I
I was
mean?
gonna say, so you just start out in South Phoenix at all?
Yes.
Okay.
South Phoenix is.
That's where I live. I lived there until I moved out. My parents live there still.
Okay,
They're still Dobbins off
I'm
there.
I'm a South Phoenix artist. That's what I represent the South Side in a major way. So that's why I'm really Arizona. Like I'm a real Arizona artist. I don't even tell people, oh, I'm from Arizona by way of Detroit. I'm from Arizona, bro.
You're from the soil at this point. Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what
that's the thing about here is like you don't have to be from here. I mean, if you're a native, more power to you.
Yeah.
But that's a rare thing in Arizona. I think a lot of people get that, and it's like you've been out here. I mean, I've been out here since 2008, and I call it home, and I say I'm from Arizona. And like, I mean, if someone asks where I was born or something, I'll tell them. But okay, so you went to Chandler High. How'd you get connected with South Phoenix?
When I moved here, I moved with my auntie and uncle who had a church in Chandler. So I was a pastor kid. You know what I mean? Like I was the.
What instrument did you play?
Doobie back then?
I was Big T, the Demon Killer. I was a gospel rapper. I was one of the biggest gospel rappers in the country. I toured across the whole United States.
How did we miss that?
Yeah.
Wait, is there music out we can listen to? We got Big Doobie.
They didn't have social media until
till
2019, man.
Yeah, like maybe my cousins and my uncles, the pastor, they still have some of the old CDs, the FOG. We were FOG, Followers of God. We had our own Christian clothing line, everything, bro. Like I'm talking about 100,000 there at 16, 17 years old.
See, that's the thing. Okay, so I feel like it used to be like country music was the one that sold CDs, and if you were in country music, like you'd have this on. I don't think people know, like, there's a whole world of Christian music. And yeah, it's not as big as the whole country, but it's like there is, and they're dedicated.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you have a hot song in that genre, everyone that listens to it knows about it.
Yeah, it's not a no. Yeah, so, and you can tour, like, I toured all the churches from, the east to the west coast, bro. Like
that's a whole city out there, dude.
Yeah, bro.
Christ City of the Valley, dude.
Yeah, bro. We didn't get out to CCV, man.
You see him on that's the thing when you move to Arizona, you see, what the hell is the CCV, dude? What is this?
This is I thought it was a cult.
They got the Christ cult of the Valley. They got that name. Yeah.
I was like, what is it? What's going on? But yeah, man, I was Big T the Demon Killer, man. That was I'm 16 years old until I turned 18. When I turned 18 and I could legally move around, I wasn't going to play both sides of the fence. Right. I knew that I was already in the streets acting. I was already doing my own thing, but I just couldn't break. I wasn't grown yet, you know what I mean? So I moved out when I was like 17 and some change. So I had, like my senior year, I was already out the house. I already had my own, you know what I mean? So
damn, I couldn't imagine being a senior in my own place. That would have been a disaster.
We had some wild nights.
Yeah,
It's been a wild life. But I just knew, like, once I don't have to do this anymore, I'm not doing this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I want to rap. I'm going to rap the way I want to rap. You know what I mean? Like, but I have some historically great, like I'm talking about, I've been in front of churches of hundreds and hundreds of people rapping my gospel songs to me, like Big T, like, you know what I mean, like.
So I'll say this: so I was raised traditional Roman Catholic with like a Latin mass, and that's very somber.
Yeah.
And I remember one summer, maybe for a lady, I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll go to your church," and dude, it was like a modern Catholic church. It wasn't even like a Protestant Christian. And dude, all of a sudden I'm like waiting for mass to start, right? Yeah. And all of a sudden this guy comes out in a guitar. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Okay, I gotta ask. It sounds like, with something you were doing at the time, maybe it's not where you wanted to go creatively in the long run, but what was the hottest gospel bar you had? Give me something, dude. Give me something, dude.
So even my gospel bars, I was still pretty...
You're out there because you can hate on the devil. That's the thing. So the only op in the Christian rap game is the devil, and you can go after his ass because they hate him.
I said something like, I represent the demon killers. I ain't playing no games. I run up on the devil, separate his head from his brain. You know what I mean?
That's it. So you just replace like a normal person with the enemy. They call him the enemy. Yeah, bro. That's it. You can be as hateful as you want because it's at the devil. That's crazy. What a loophole, dude.
Yeah, bro. So I used to...
I find a loophole. That's a T Grizzly. I find a loophole.
Bro. And I'm talking about they used to go crazy. Like parents would want me to, you know what I mean, like talk to their kids, and I was
Could you
signing
do an
autographs,
exorcism
bro.
for us? Big
None of that going on. I was like, oh, you gotta go talk to them. I'm here with the raps, baby. You know
Did
what
we
I'm
get a
saying?
Mormon kid in there, or was it all?
Listen, I spent some time at some Mormon churches too.
No
That's a
way,
whole nother
rapping?
story, bro. No, they
Oh,
wasn't
okay. I
having
was
that.
like,
He was like,
yeah.
"Oh, we
it was
ain't
like
having
you.
that."
It was
He's like, I was
you-
just soaking in there.
No
dude.
way.
You
No, just
going to
kidding.
the other church, it was the same type of thing. It was for a girl. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
All right, so I want to talk about the biggest cactus. Before we get into tracks, though, I'm an Apple Music guy.
okay.
Wasn't accessible there.
Nope.
Is there a certain way to obtain it?
Even. So I did not put it on any streaming platform. The biggest cactus is only available through even.biz, which is a proud to pay site.
Okay.
So if you know, streaming is the industry's way to really rob artists. So we get 0.3% of a penny for a stream. A currency that doesn't exist.
0.3% of a penny, which is already 0.01 of a dollar.
Correct. So that's a currency that doesn't exist. You can't go anywhere and say, you know, hey, let me put 0.3% of this penny on this gas tank. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't even exist. Yeah. So, and they just created it themselves to better benefit
That's so
them.
true, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like it's not even a division of money that's calculable.
Absolutely. Yeah. So at that, so me again learning the business and wanting to evolve in the business, I'm thinking, what's the next move? Like at this point, before I dropped the biggest cactus, I was at a total of about 300,000 streams combined for all of my music up to that point, for those 3 years up to that point, before I just dropped that at the beginning of this year. So all my songs combined across all platforms, I was at about 300,000 streams, and I had made less than $300 off of that. So I'm like, this is not what's making me money. Like I'm getting money for shows, for features, selling merch, but I'm not making money off of my actual music. So I started to do research and figure out, there's different ways that I can sell directly to consumer. Like how can I sell it out the trunk again, the out the trunk method without actually being out the trunk. So I study the game. One of the artists that I study a lot is La Russell from Vallejo, California. He's an independent artist that really preaches independence and give artists a lot of game about how to go about being a successful, rich, independent artist on your own. You know what I mean? So even as how he releases his music, like it's proud to pay. So you can pay whatever you want to for the project. And it's an 80-20 split. So it's basically like the Master P deal from back in the day you get with your music through even. And
you getting the 80?
I get the 80, they get 20. Yeah. So it's 80-20 is the split. So, and you don't have to wait a quarter of a year to get paid. Like streaming platforms only pay out once a quarter.
And you'll get a check for 0.3 of a penny.
Yeah, if you got one
if
stream.
You got one stream,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but you won't even get paid then. Like you got to reach a certain, like now, if you don't hit 1,000 streams, Spotify won't even pay you. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, okay, let's set a goal. My goal was to sell 25 albums. I wanted to sell it for $50. You know what I mean? That was my goal. I say, if I sell 25 albums at $50, I'll make more money just off of those 25 albums than I did with my 300,000 streams for the past 3 years.
Yeah.
I ended up selling 70, I'm up to like 75 albums.
At $50?
I had people pay $200 for my
Get
album.
Out of here.
Yeah, I had a couple people pay $200. I had plenty of people pay $50. Some people paid $10, some people pay $15.
Once they heard On the Flow tonight, it was
but that's how I build my genuine fan base. Like I know. So another thing about even is The same way that all the streaming sites get your information when you sign up for them, me as the artist, I get the information when you buy my product. So I'm going to get your name. I'm going to get your email address. I'm going to get your
a
phone
hot lead
number.
list.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I build my Rolodex of people who I know spend money with me and support me, so I can directly market to them, people like them, and try to build my fan base like that. You know what I mean? Like an artist can live off of their music with 100 fans that shop with them. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to have millions of fans and streams in order to live off of your music. You can live off of your music with 100 solid fans. So that was my idea. Like, let me see if I can sell 25, and then I'll throw it on streaming, and then maybe the next time I can sell 50, and then 75, then 100. Like, just build and build. Yeah. But I'm at like 75 now. You know what I mean? And the streaming equivalent, my entire album, every song would have had to stream 500,000 times.
Get out of here.
For the money that I made.
If that doesn't put it in perspective. I think you see a lot of artists doing that, and it's funny because you don't hear about them as much because they don't want you to hear about it because they're not promoting it. But like that's what you see with like Tech Nine and Strange Music. Like he's got the music equivalent of like Tyler Perry's studio out at his thing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like there's other people like Rhyme Sarah's, like if you met Atmosphere and stuff in Minnesota, they've got that. I mean, kind of not like the most hip hop, but like even like it's something like an Insane Clown Posse. Like I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to an Insane Clown Posse song, but they go on tour, they're making plenty of money, and they've just got that community. It's niche, but like you're saying, you could have a few thousand people and be living like a king.
Yeah,
if
and
you own
ICP is really the blueprint for everyone else you name. Like Tech Nine got his game from ICP, you know what I mean, and then took it to the next level. And I heard of Atmosphere. One of my guys, shout out Jason, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah, so he's right near Minnesota, yeah.
And so when we were younger, you know, and we used to rap around the house and all that, and he used to always like, man, let me put you on this Atmosphere. Like he used to let me.
I saw him at the Rialto in Tucson, dude. He came out, shook everyone's hand in line, and that's like the stuff you get to do when you're an artist like that too. And it's just like it's like almost like it builds on itself.
Yeah.
Where you build that community, that's a grind at first, but then you do small stuff like just go shake everyone's hand in line, and everyone's like, I'm going to see that guy every fucking time he comes in town. I'm going to get a picture with him. Yeah. It's not going to cost me extra. I just support. They're going to buy more merch because of it.
Exactly.
And even though it's a smaller audience compared to the whole country, like it's not getting played on the radio, but they're living better than I don't know,
a lot
Lil
of these,
Pump.
yeah, because a lot of the artists that you see on a national platform and on these national stages are poor. You know what I mean? They're in debt to these labels. They're running around with rented jewelry, rented vehicles, rented females, you know, prop money, you know what I'm talking about? Like, and to the average consumer, they're gonna think these guys are balling and living a rich rapper life, but really they're poor. They go home and eat top ramen at night at their real girlfriend's house, but they really stay with her mom. You know what I mean? Like, and I know some of these big name artists that are like, bro, you're not even this is your real life, bro. Like, I don't want to have a glamorous fake life and a stressful, distressed real life. You know what I mean? Like so that's why I approach it that way. So now that's why The Biggest Cactus is not on streaming. Okay. But to know the plan, so now everybody who bought The Biggest Cactus is about to receive a free project, 12 songs, a free 12-song project that's just for the people that bought the project. And then I'm going to put The Biggest Cactus on streaming and start promoting The Biggest Cactus 2 on Even. You know what I mean? So now, you know, the goal is to see if I can hit 100 sales with The Biggest Cactus 2. You know what I mean? Based off my new marketing, promoting, putting The Biggest Cactus on streaming. Yeah. So that'll allow me to promote it more places and gain more fans and more people to bring awareness to, this new one is going to be on Even. You know what I mean? So it's been, it's going to be 6 months. You know, now it'll be about 6 months since I released The Biggest Cactus, and that was the plan, was to wait about 6 months before I put it on streaming, maybe a year. You know what I mean? I might wait even longer, just to, you know, I'm gonna talk to my core fans that bought it and see how they feel, but they get free products. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna send them free merch. I'm gonna, you know, Even allows me to set up like certain things specifically for my fans that have purchases. So they can get an invite to a live question and answer with me that, you know, the rest of the world might not have access to just because they, bought it through Even. Like Even is his own platform. It's his own everything. So, that's why it wasn't on Apple Music.
Okay. All right.
I mean, even if you didn't do all the extra stuff, that's a great idea to be like, okay, you buy it. If someone's paying $200 for your album,
Yep.
they're a fan of music, they're a fan of you, and they get to play you for 6 months to a year when almost no one else can. If you're saying you sell 75,
Yeah.
in grand comparison to how many people around, if they've got other music friends, I'm assuming they associate with similar people.
Yeah.
Like they get a year of listening and being the one that plays something that no one else has.
Yeah, man.
Like even just that value alone is appealing to people, I think.
Yeah, man, and it's working for me. Like I said, the money that I made this year is, you know what I mean, like more than 10 times what I made in 3 years combined. You know what I mean? So it's like, what if we talking business here? Like, how does this not make sense? Like,
That's like Snoop Dogg came out recently. He was like, "Well, we had over 1 billion streams, and it was like 126 grand." Which
Yeah.
I mean, if you doing nothing or whatever, you're not making that much. Obviously, that's like, yes, that's not an insignificant amount of money. But for 1 billion streams, a
Yeah.
billion plays of your songs,
yeah, bro.
I think there should be a couple commas in that.
Yeah, man, and that's what I mean. And that's why there's so much going on now with the Supreme Court and all these things, and they're trying to change it. But until the music industry gets a union, these record labels and these executives are gonna. This is their house. You know what I mean? Like, so us coming into their house, you have to play by their rules. So being an independent artist and platforms like Even allow us to build our own houses. You know what I mean? So I don't have to play by y'all rules. I don't have to conform to that because I can do this over here and still be successful. If the goal is success and not fame, you can build your own house and be successful. Like if fame comes with that, then so be it. But that's
focus.
yeah, fame is never my goal.
Most people
at
want
all.
the fame for the money. If you can get
Exactly.
the money without the fame, you're getting the benefit
Bingo.
without the hassle.
Yeah, bingo.
So you're thinking when you say unionize, I'm thinking like welders, plumbers, lecturers, but like really that's more like an NFL Players Association where they represent them for the video games, the licensing, the jerseys, like something like that for the music. Wow, that's
that would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the ideal way, and to really make a change because the music industry is really dying. Like the concept of it, you know what I mean? Like you think about some of the crazy events that happen, like, Michael Jackson was somebody who was really challenging the machine and he had the money to do so.
buying up the Beatles. And,
Buying up, and a lot of these major
He owned half of Sony Publishing.
Yeah, exactly. And then what happened? Michael Jackson died in 2012. What started in 2012? Spotify. You know what I mean? Like,
No shit.
yeah, bro. It's all like a lot of that stuff is connected.
I think Vince
People just
Staples
don't
says
talk
that.
about it. Yeah, bro. It's just it's true.
Yeah.
You do your research on it, and it's like, damn, it was kind of like, the power that he had was not allowing a lot of these other chess moves to happen for the industry. And once he's out of the way, then a lot of this stuff can go down. And now this is the motto. This is it. And now, you got over what they said last year, there was like 10 million artists on Spotify with 0 streams.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Which is
0.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
with
That's why they
0
changed it.
streams.
Yeah,
That
that's
means
why
their
you need
fucking
1,000.
their
streams.
mom, their sister, they didn't even.
But even you
You didn't even listen to it once on Spotify?
Yeah.
All I know is I can't find Garth Brooks on there still, and that shit pisses me off in 2024. Come on, man.
Garth ain't playing. He's like,
He's like, no, dude.
I won't get no 0.3 for these. Garth ain't having it.
I love that.
Doobie, man, look, this has been even better than we imagined, bro. Appreciate you celebrating your birthday with us. I know you could be
Absolutely.
doing a bunch of other shit, but
Hey, man.
we wanted you on to share your story and journey. We know you got a bright future ahead of you, man. Talk to the people about what's coming and what they can expect.
Yeah, man. Again, we're gonna be the biggest Cactus will be coming to streaming platform soon. Everybody who purchases it will be receiving, the unreleased project, 12 songs. That song "My Boy" is from that project, so they'll have that, and then we'll be promoting the biggest Cactus 2. I'm still like touring, so I do more shows out of town than I do in town, which is by design as well. Like I like to spread. Like I said, I got Blue Magic, so I need to take this dope to different cities and states and give me some new fans and some new fiends. You know what I mean?
If we've learned anything doing this podcast, like if I was blessed with the talent to rap or produce, like it's easier to be famous outside of your home city sometimes, man,
Yeah,
which
man.
is crazy.
Yeah, man. Like people out of town show you a lot. See, I don't have the same experience as other people. I get a lot of love here. I can't
Good.
downplay my Arizona love. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people say that, like, oh, you gotta blow up out of town before you blow up in town. And I see where it comes from. I do see the level of love and attention that I got here started to go up as I started to do more things out of town. You know what I mean? It wasn't more like I had to get love out of town to get love in town. It was just in town, once I reached a certain level of love here, and it was just like, okay, what's next? Oh, you even going out of town and being dope too? We gonna love you even more because now other people see what we see and they, you know what I mean? So it was different for me. I never feel like I don't get love in Arizona. I feel like Arizona love me. You know what I mean? And I love it back. And I feel like it got my back. I feel like when I drop a project, the city get behind me. You know what I mean? Like the media outlets support me. I don't have that gripe. You know what I mean? Like media show me love. Shout out Black Media. Shout out, you know what I mean, Real Riders. Shout out AZMT. You know what I mean? Shout out the whole RTU. Like all of our media supports. You know what I mean? When I drop, they get on board and they push a hard line for me. So I don't, you know what I mean? And when I go out to the clubs and everything, the DJs know me, they shout me out, they show me love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get love in the city from people. Like I have zero ops, you know what I mean? Like I literally have zero ops. So
Except the devil, dude.
except for the devil. So, but yeah, just more music, man, more pressure being applied. Like we just warming up, man. I'm only 4 years in, you know what I'm talking about? So, it looked like, what I'm doing, what may look like to someone else, to me, I'm still taking babies. I'm still crawling, learning how to walk. You know what I mean? So I appreciate everybody who even tuning in to the journey and watching me from start to where we are and where we headed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we still got a lot. We got a lot to unfold and a lot to do, man. So more pressure, man. We ain't quitting.
We're with you, man. This is why we do this show, is to get guys like you on, and we just know there's big things coming, bro. So we appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And it's been another episode, Jared.
First one in the news too. Thank you for this is like when you get the new boat, you break the bottle of champagne on it. We appreciate that, man. Thank
y'all
you.
for having me. Absolutely.